Now we are discussing the backwashing of the rapid sand filter. How to backwash this filter? In the case of slow sand filter, we know that we are scraping the top layer and then we are replacing it with the good sand media, is it? So here we are not removing any sand media, whereas we are washing the sand media as well as the base material. Okay, how it is being done? Initially, when the plant is working, your inlet valve is opened, is it? And the outlet valve, that is number 2 valve, is also opened, so that the filtered water will be collected in the storage tank. Now we are going to backwash it. So first what you have to do, you have to close the inlet valve. There is no more water coming from the sedimentation tank. And now you have to open this number 3 valve. Why? The washed water in this filter box, you have to remove the entire water column above the sand media. You have to remove this much water column, this much water you have to remove. You have to remove the entire water through this inlet channel. You can remove this through this inlet channel and take out through the drain pipe. Take out through the drain pipe. Okay. Now what you have to do? You have to, now this water level is up to this only. That means just above the sand media only. Now what you have to do? You have to open the number 6 valve. Number 6 valve is the compressed air, and you are allowing compressed air to pass through the lateral pipes to the central pipe, to the sand media, to the base material, and then to the sand media. Okay, so compressed air is connected from the lateral pipes. That means it is coming from the bottom and it is coming up. Okay, so when the air is coming, so here we know that the water is there up to the above the sand media, is it? And it is filled with the water also. Water is also there and the air is coming. So what will happen? It will get agitated, is it? All the particles which is settled there, it is because of the compressed air, it will get agitated, and the particles which is already adsorbed over the particles will be removed, or it lost its capacity to cling to the top, is it, the surface of the media, and it will be detached from the media and it is coming out. So what will happen? Now we are allowing the compressed air. How much time we have to allow the compressed air? We have to allow the compressed air you have to allow for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. So backwashing is for 5 minutes. That is, compressed air you have to provide for 5 minutes, and then once you, after 5 minutes, what you have to do? You have to close the air. You have to close the valve number 6 and open the valve number 4. Now you open the valve number 4, that is, you are allowing the water from the elevated tank, you are allowing the water to enter into the filter box from the elevated tank, and it is coming through the central pipe, then to the lateral pipes, and it is coming up. That means in the reverse direction. So the water is now coming in the reverse direction from the bottom to the top. So again, we know that when the water is coming at a higher elevation, it is under pressure, and your water will be get agitated, or it is mixed with the all the particles will be detached, and it is getting washed. It is getting washed, or the sand media is getting washed. And now once you continue that process for 5 minutes, so now you are allowing the process for 5 minutes. And what is the rate of filtration? It is, the backwashing rate, it is 450 to 600 liters per minute per square meter area. For 5 minutes you have to allow. So now as it is continued, so then what you can see that once you observe that all the particles, all the sediments which is deposited there, it is already detached, or the water is now get more turbid. The water is now very turbid. Then what you can do? You can allow the water to pass through. It will pass through. As it is continued, the water will enter into the wash water trough. So once the water level is increased, that means water is coming from the bottom. So when initially it is coming, it is getting mixed, or it is getting agitated, and all the particles will be mixed with the water, and the water is now very turbid. And now as it is continued, the water will now rise. Is it? The water level will rise, and it will enter, the water will enter into the wash water trough. So it will enter into the wash water trough, and once it is entered in the wash water trough, this wash water trough is connected to this inlet pipe, this inlet channel. So these wash water channels are connected to the inlet channel, or this inlet channel, as I mentioned, it is of dual purpose. One is for inletting the water and as well as to remove or as well as to collect the wash water and to let out. That means for inlet and as well as outlet of the dirt water or the dirty water. So inlet for the sedimented water or clarified water, and outlet for the washed water. Okay, that is two purposes are there for this inlet channel. Now the entire water which is coming through the inlet channel, it is collected to the drain pipe and it is letting it out. Okay, so now this process, once we continued for 4 or 5 or 6 minutes, then you can observe that the entire dirty water has removed. Now the water which is collected, which is there in the sand media, is of almost clean water, or almost all dirt is removed. And now you can stop this backwash system. You can close valve 6 earlier we have closed. Now we are closing the valve 4 also. Now your system is almost clean, and you can wait for 1 or 2 minutes, so that if something is left there in the filter box, that means when we observe that some small area it is not cleaned properly, then a man can enter or somebody can enter inside the box, and then he can do it, mixing it manually, and then you can remove the dirt water again along with through this wash water trough. Okay, so now you can see that your water is clean, your media is clean, and now you can stop backwashing. And now you can take the inlet water, that means from the clarifier, you can allow the water to enter, and then again you can fill the box, and then you can start the functioning of the filter media. So that is the backwashing system, and these are the points you have to remember. Now here there is an important point which we want to discuss, that is the loss of head and the functioning of the filter, how it is functioning, how it is causing trouble to your filtration, and how you are to control the backwashing by observing the piezometric tube. Okay, so that we will discuss now.